overtime goals for them. Draisaitl, Bouchard, Hyman, McDavid. And it was Jake Wallman with the overtime winner against Ottawa back in October.
So McDavid, Draisaitl, and Bouchard start. Chuck Sanderson and Stützle.
Power on power to start this thing.
Yep. The draw is so critical, that puck possession.
And Tkachuk wins it cleanly. Back for Sanderson. In on Bouchard. Jake Sanderson now pivots back to center ice. Looks back to Stützle. And here is Sanderson. Sanderson playing cat and mouse with Draisaitl. Now steps out and away from Draisaitl. In comes Jake Sanderson with Tkachuk. Sanderson swings it back across to Stützle. Pivots away from McDavid. Stützle chips it back across as Sanderson heads off. Tkachuk lays that back to Shabbat. And the crowd giving it to Brady Tkachuk every chance they get, but in comes Stützle. Stützle winds in. Backhand shot kicked out by Ingram. Chance now for McDavid with Draisaitl. And Tkachuk, who lost his stick, steps into McDavid and a penalty coming to Ottawa. They're going to call Brady Tkachuk here.
Ottawa, number 7, Mike Crowley, holding.
Holding is the call.
Tim Stützle with a great burst tries to go back. Now Tkachuk trying to catch up to Connor McDavid. Gets a stick caught in his arm right there. Stick drops, ends up spinning him, trying to grab. And at the last point, he ends up on his back. McDavid stops back, but Brady Tkachuk is going to watch as the Oilers get a 4-on-3 here in overtime and a holding call.
The number 1 power play in the NHL goes to work in overtime.
That was a tough call, but it's, the Oilers get a chance here. And
Draisaitl, McDavid, Hyman, and Bouchard. Pinto for the face-off. It's controlled by Draisaitl. Back for Bouchard. McDavid. Back for Bouchard. To McDavid. Draisaitl centers at this. Knocked away by Zub. And Artem Zub fights off Hyman, but it's knocked down by McDavid. McDavid works right in. McDavid rolls off his stick, and Zub sends it down the ice.
that's great work by Artem Zub at the last second. Jake Sanderson tried to close off and take the lane to Draisaitl on the back door.
In comes McDavid. Drops it back to Bouchard. Evan Bouchard now sends it back in front. Hyman turned away point blank by Omar. Now McDavid back for Bouchard to McDavid. Swings it back across. Shot by Draisaitl, and Omar makes the stop on him.
It's a great save. Now, Linus Ullmark's made a couple big saves here. Now watch Connor McDavid's. There's the one with Hyman on the back door. McDavid's going to turn and spin and head right downtown. And this is the last opportunity. A little redirect off the arm of Linus Ullmark. Good positioning. Lots of options. And I think Ottawa's going to take a timeout here to just try and rest the troops. I would rest Jake Sanderson for sure, who seems like he hasn't come off the ice. Allows Travis Green to reset his penalty killers.
Sanderson's up around 26 minutes so far tonight.
No, I would argue he's not coming off the ice anytime soon. And here's the passes on the back door. But determination. McDavid spins off of Pinto right downtown. And it's great work. Now, Jake Sanderson knows that the minute he takes his stick out of that lane to Draisaitl, that's going to the back door for a one-timer. So you got to take your chances and trust your partner that Zub can get a stick and disrupt any type of momentum. And Zub did a good job getting a stick on his puck on the puck at the last second.
Draisaitl for the face-off against Ridley Gregg. 4-on-3 power play as a minute and 12 seconds remaining. One back to Bouchard. For McDavid to Draisaitl. In for McDavid. Back across. Bouchard shoots. Scores! Evan Bouchard overtime winner of the power play. And Edmonton takes it 5-4.
What a rocket of a shot here. And Evan Bouchard finishes the game in overtime for the Edmonton Oilers. Sends with a critical point on the road. But McDavid's going to put it on a tee for Bouchard to hammer at home.
The Oilers one win, or the Senators rather, one win their last 10 games here. But they do get a point out of it.
Exactly, a critical point. Little give and go, and then it's McDavid to Bouchard, and he hammers this glove side past Linus Ullmark. Perfectly placed inside the post. And the Oilers down 4-2 storm back with some pressure in the second half of the game. And as you mentioned, a critical point for the Ottawa Senators. And there's the frustration from the captain who took the penalty in overtime.
18th goal of the year for Evan Bouchard.